What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. But today we got a live stream. Yes, got to mix it up a little bit. Video live, video live. Got to keep it funky in this Eagle space. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully, your Saturday night is going well. Don't normally come this late with a live in the last couple months, but we here talking birds, and it's about the Eagles defense. But before we get into it, do your boy a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you know when I go live, whether I put the live up an hour or two before, or like I did today, I put the live up 10 minutes ago. But the ride or dies notification gang only got 10 minutes of warning, and they're here with your boy. Let's talk some birds. Eagles defense, because we know how good the offense is going to be. I got no worries about Jalen Hurts. Tremendous training camp. Kellen Moore got this guy playing ball at another level. O-line, check. Mekhi Becton might be our weakest link, and I trust him with his body frame skill set under Stoutland, right? We heard what Fred Johnson said about Stoutland. Wide receivers, best in the NFL. When you go through 1, 2, and 3, the best wide receiving core in the NFL, and a top 7 tight end when healthy. We not worried about the offense. Oh, I did forget, though. Saquon bleeping Barkley. So the offense is going to score 35, 40. Okay, we're having an off night on offense. Still 28. 28 points on an off night. Can the Eagles defense hold teams under 28? We not asking that much for this Eagles defense. We don't need them to, well, granted, I want to be the very best team in the NFL. I want to dominate. I don't want to be 10-1 and still having the national media and Eagle fans ourselves questioning, like last year, 10-1. How good are we? And then we fell apart. And how did we get to 10-1? How did we win these close games? Wasn't the defense. It was the offense. Yeah, you can say against Kansas City, the defense came up. Woo! But when the season was done, the Eagles' offense ranked 8th. The Eagles' defense ranked, don't even want to talk about it. How good is this Eagles' defense going to be under Fangio? We wanted him coaching the Eagles for a while. We got him. We went for Gannon because he's under the same system. We go to Sean Desai. Now we got the trade. But he don't got a defense that's been playing together for a while. Devin White is new. CJ's coming back, but he does have some chemistry. And CJ talked about the bond this team has. He stuck up for James Bradberry, and we know that James Bradberry is now out for 6 to 8 weeks, right? But what can James Bradberry do for the youngsters mentally, right? He says that this is the guy you want in your locker room, whether he's playing or not, because he's the same guy every day, no matter what. That could pay dividends in the long run, which we want. Real quick, though, shout out the notification gang. Cody K, King B, Mo, Porter, Oblivion, Chris, Zach, Keisha, Michael, Alex, Rome One More, Deshai, Jeffrey, from the 215, Christopher G, Mikey P, Ian, Francis, Jacob, Eagles Playbook Podcast, the Dirty Kenzo in the building. Shout out to all the great ones. Again, hit that like button on your way in here. And again, if you got that notification bell hit, you'll be here. Whether I drop videos or go live, shout out to the 135 people. Again, an impromptu live stream. How good would this Eagles defense be? Again, when you look at Fangio, changing, it's his system. Nobody could do it like him, but you look at it like this. The guys who are new got to learn a new system. The guys who've been here got to learn a tweaked system. Isaiah Rodgers, Devin White. Nakobe Dean's been here, but who does he have chemistry with other than the Georgia Bulldogs, right? Quinion, Dejan, Avonte Maddox been around for a while, but how many people did he play with on this new Eagles defense? / how many games has he been healthy? You know, the D-line, no Hassan Reddick, no Fletch. I know there's question marks. I've been saying it the whole all season, but I do believe the question marks have good answers, right? Jalen Carter, all-pro season incoming. I believe that can happen. Is Bryce Huff going to be able to duplicate with Hassan Reddick or come close? I don't know. But if anybody who was a free agent had a chance to be something of the next Hassan Reddick, it was Bryce Huff in the sense of a pass rush only. Hassan is a more overall better player, and even pass rush, he's a better player. But again, Bryce is coming into his prime as we just seen Hassan's prime. The last year in Arizona, the only year in Carolina, and the 2 years with the Eagles, that was Hassan's prime. He still got gas left in the tank for sure. But we went through his prime. We trying to see Bryce's. Y'all down on Nolan Smith, some of y'all. I'm not. But I do understand he needs to get more tools in his bag for sure. The D-line, with the question marks on the D-line, it could be so great, or it could just be average. It's never going to be bad because Jalen Carter is on his line. You know, BG is a guy who breeds energy to the players around him. I'm telling you, BG's going to play a factor, playing 30-something%, keeping him fresh. I can see a double-digit farewell tour for BG. Now, the only time we see Sweat really turn up with double-digit sacks was the year that Hassan Reddick was going off. Who is Josh Sweat without his running partner, right? Like, Josh Sweat has got better every year. But then he fell off last year, as the whole defense did. You know what I'm saying? I think the question marks are warranted. I just believe in my heart to hearts and my gut, and also understanding and watching the Eagles, right? I'm not just jumping into it like, ooh, my first year, let's see what's going on. I look at this defense and I see that there is talent. How they come together, especially up front and at the linebacking core, is going to set the tone for every other spot. You could say that, yeah, you know, if the secondary holds up, the pass rush can get there. I still believe, yes, they both feed into each other, but the pass rush sets the tempo. If you're getting cooked in the secondary, it could mess your pass rush up too. But if you're just beating people off the ball, you're being physical in the trenches, good things happen in the back end. How do you think we look? How do you think we ran? How do you think we went to the Super Bowl? How do you think we went to the Super Bowl with Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby as corners? Because we had a leader in the backfield of Malcolm Jenkins. Hopefully that could be someone like CJGJ flying around. We had linebackers and we had a pass rush. And because the pass rush was so good, because the linebackers flew around, Nigel Bradham was good that year. Jalen Mills and them boys play pretty good, minus the Super Bowl. I mean, Tom Brady going to carve a lot of people up. It is what it is. I look at the defense as the wild card, right? There's three sides of the ball: offense, defense, special teams, right? I feel good on. Again, we could always talk about the offense because it's fun, but I feel so good about them. The defense, and listen, I would love the defense to be a top 5, top whatever defense. Nobody scored more than 17 points on our defense type stuff. But really, in retrospect, if the offense is putting up 30 a game, like I get a little crazy when I say we scoring 40 burgers on people, 50 burgers. We will have some of them games, but no matter how good an offense is, you can't ask for that every week. But if you're telling me, if the offense is going to the defense and saying, listen, we will never lose a game if you can hold them under 21, if you can hold teams under 28. You know what I mean? Most of the time, the offense is going to be able to fight power. We only need our defense to do so much, but I do believe, again, if the question marks on the line are answered in the fact that we get close to a double-digit sack season from Josh Sweat, double-digit sack season from Bryce Huff, if Nolan provides 5 to 7 sacks, Jalen Carter gets close to double digits, Jordan Davis anchors the line as the nose. Maybe Jordan Davis only gets 3 sacks. Who cares if he's part of the reason why we're stopping the run and or allowing Devin White to get 3 or 4 sacks at the linebacker position? No, Kobe Dean 3 or 4 sacks. Heck, Zach Bond, Trotter got a sack on the season. If things like that happen, and Fangio will blitz his linebackers. When we talk about who needs to get sacks on this roster, yeah, we need our ends to get it. Huff, BG, Nolan, Josh. Same with Carter, Milton, and Davis. But I guarantee you, Between the linebackers, we're going to have 10 sacks. 10 sacks this season is coming from the linebackers. The linebackers. Split them up however you want. Between Devin White, Nakobe Dean, and Zach Bond. But we need 10 plus sacks from our linebackers. And then the rest be from other. Hey, I saw Quinyon Mitchell on a slot corner blitz. Cooper DeJean on a slot corner blitz. Yes, it was a run, and he fit the one well. But Fangio will blitz exotically. We'll see safeties blitz, corners blitz, stunts. The first stunt we see from Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter might go Nolan Smith's way. Because guess where their attention is going to be? Jalen Carter. Real quick, shout out to my guy Will Faded with the $2 super chat. He said, did the jersey giveaway happen? It did not. I did finish the wheel, but the last 3 days has been hectic for me for sure. But because I slacked on it, the jersey giveaway will still be before the season. And now I'm giving 2 jerseys away. It's my fault. The competition ended a week and a half ago. Should have had it out by now. And because I didn't, I said 1, I'm picking 2. I'm picking 2. A lot of people entered, though, because the super chat entries and the live stream entries was one thing. But then I did it for a video. And in that video, it had like 800 comments. I didn't realize there's going to be that many people commenting on it. So that's what took me longer. But since I'm slacking, even though, I got, 3 kids, a wife, and some responsibilities, my slacking now results to 2 jerseys being given away. Because I can't let y'all down. And since I felt like I did already, want to get the jersey out to the person before the season, the giveaway will be before the season, which is in 6 days. And now we're doing 2. Shout out to my guy, Will Faded. Nismo the Tank, welcome to Philly Talk 24/7. I appreciate you 100%. 303 Smile says top 12. I think the depth is going to bite us, but it's still being a winning season. It will be a playoffs, obviously. All that matters. Yes. But again, I'm not saying I'm satisfied with a defense that gives up 25 points a game. But realistically, that might be all we need if the offense is really turning up the way I think it does. And in the second half, we can really kill the clock, run the ball, and not just run it and punt, run it and finish with points due to the fact that we got one of the best backs in the league, right? There's a reason that BetUS and Vegas have Saquon as the second guy for the leading rusher. First McCaffrey, second Saquon. I think this defense has the capabilities to be legit. If we get great play for Isaiah Rodgers and Slay. Isaiah Rodgers and Slay play B+ corner position. CJ and Reed as a tandem, B+. You get C+ to B- from the linebackers and a B+ to A from the D-line. Then we talking about defense that, we scoring 40, but we beat a team 40-13, 38-15. I want that defense. I want a defense that smacks people around, but I also want to just win. And I don't think it has to be that good. And I'm wondering how good it could be because there are a lot of moving parts. Out of the 11 starters, more than half of them are new. Coordinators, new. Fangio, little new. Now, before we continue this, because I want to start reading y'all comments for sure, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Manta Sleep. Literally sleep better anywhere, anytime with their sleep masks. They got the sound mask, the pro mask, the sleep mask, the silk mask, and so much more. My favorite one got to be the sound mask. The fact that something this comfortable and easy to sleep with lets you use Bluetooth to listen to your favorite podcasts, music, or nature sounds while you sleep is just ridiculously good. The sound is perfect and easily adjustable on both sides of the ear. They are true 100% blackout for deeper sleep, C-shaped eye cups for unbeatable side sleep comfort, zero pressure on eyelids or eyelashes, plus advanced materials and ventilation for unmatched breathability. Plus, the eyepieces are adjustable so they fit every single person. Like I said, my favorite gotta be the sleep mask sound due to the fact that you can listen to things, Bluetooth, side speakers, but I also have the Sleep Mask Pro. It's a little smaller, probably easier to fidget with, but they're both super comfy. And like I said, you'll get your best sleep ever. So click the link in my description and or the pinned comment section. Once you do that, pick whatever mask you want and use code PhillyMike for 10% off your Sleep Pro, your Sleep Sound, any mask you want. Once again, that's Philly Mike, all capitals, for 10% off your sleep mask. You won't regret it. Wake me up when football season's here. That's in 6 days, but I'm telling you, this is the Sleep Mask Pro, right? It's slim. I'm telling you, no light will get through this. And you can blink. It's comfortable. Sleep on your side. But I definitely like the thicker one. Pause. Bro, it got speakers and Bluetooth. You can listen to, I don't need y'all to, please don't listen to my podcast while you're going to sleep. Because you know what I mean? That means I'm low-key boring. But I'm saying you want to listen to music, listen to whatever, you know, it's cool. Sometimes people are restless sleepers. Put that junk on, put it low, go to sleep, listen to a little sound. It's a perfect. Your partner will not hear it, but you'll hear it perfectly. My wife don't complain. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, these things are comfortable. Use my link in the description, and it's pinned in the comment section. When this video's over, it will be pinned in the comment section. Right now, it's pinned to the chat. I love them guys. I mean, I could sleep. I could sleep before, but I sleep better since. Mikey T said the defense only job is to not lose us the game, right? Last year, they were losing us the game. And there's going to be nights where the offense is off. That's when we need a defense to step up. I do believe the defense has the capabilities to be a defense that gets turnovers, right? Turnovers. Last year, we ain't seen no picks. Brought CJ back. You know what I mean? We weren't seeing that many sacks. You get a blitzing linebacker, and you're telling people to step up. Jalen Carter is going to be an animal. We all love what he did his rookie season. That's nothing to what I believe he's capable of doing in 2024. I think Fangio understands that this defense going to take some time to grow. A lot of moving pieces. This is why he's going to use his 30 years experience to get them going as fast as they can. Some stuff is just going to be straight up, let's go. We're going to run man this play, dropping our zones. But I'm telling you, 10-plus sacks from the linebacker, split them up. 4 for Devin White, 3 for Nakobe Dean, 2 for Zach Bond, and whatever. Split them up, 10-plus. Between 10 and 15. 125, 850 said, target him because I believe McKinney will cover him, so why risk it? I'm not sure who you're talking to. Rock the Artist said, I want to put the NFL teams on notice. We coming and we ain't playing. Offense and defense, this is the personal, and it's business. Now or never. I like that. And again, how good this defense is definitely will catapult us. We 100% will have a top 10 offense unless some crazy injuries happen. I believe we can have a top 10 defense. But even still, as long as the defense ain't bad, we'll be good. George said our defense should be better. We have C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Reed Blankenship and Maddox, and hopefully Isaiah Rodgers is good. Hopefully Slay's still good. I believe in Sweat is a beast too. Hopefully Dean and White. On the depth chart, Dean and White are on the same line. That was kind of weird to me. They had Zach Bond starting as the outside linebacker, and Dean and White were tagged in the same thing as the middle. Nathan said, is this the first year the Eagles ever used a 3-4 defense? Not necessarily, but it's been a while, and we've been multiple under Jonathan Gannon and whatnot, but I think we're going to be more in this defense under Fangio. The gift of gab said, with all these weapons on offense, we should be up early a lot in games and not having to play from behind. Perfectly said. And when you know what the offense is going to do, right? Like, let's go back to the 2022 season. The Eagles were finishing people at halftime. And because we were finishing people at halftime, we knew they were going to pass. So Jonathan Gannon and the Eagles defense, Slay, Bradbury, and everybody, including the pass rush, knew the pass was coming. They got to sit on routes. They expected it. What does a D-line do when they know you're going to pass? They pin them ears back, right? Edge rushers want to get after the quarterback. But on 1st and 10, they try to get off the ball real quick, but it's an inside run. Now they got to go back inside, close up their gap so there's not a big run. You got to be gap disciplined if a team's running 25 times on you. That means they're probably only passing 25. When it's that balance, your pass rush is slower because you're not ready. You're not getting off the ball that fast because you're nervous that they're going to run on your side. Everything changes. But when you get up 14-3, 17-3, 14-0, teams start to panic, pass. That's when the edge rushers get at them. That's when a guy like Nolan Smith, you might say he don't have that many tools in his bag, and I'm not here to agree or disagree. I'm here to see how he does this season. But the speed rush on the outside could work if and when it's pass. Real quick, though, we need 7 more likes. We got over 223 people in here. 7 more likes, and we got 100. If half of y'all hit it, we'll be there. Plus, subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the lives. Again, sometimes I'll schedule a live for an hour. I literally put this live up 8 minutes or 10 minutes before I went live. Shout out to the real ones being up in here. Little Murmur said, trust me, everybody's on this team's going to shock us and other people. Again, when I say how good is the defense going to be, when I say it's a question mark, well, guess what? When you love your girl, you ask her the question, will you marry me? You asked her, will you marry me? Because you know it's still a question, but you believe the question is going to be yes. Now, granted, you could be like, man, we've been together for a while. I know she loves me. I know I love her. Will you marry me? And she says no. That's how I feel about the question mark of the Eagles. There's moving pieces. They got to grow. But there's talent. There is talent. So when I say to the Eagles, will you marry me?